our next guest, Janette Freeman, helps people transition. Is that a good way to describe it?
I would say so.
Okay. You're a transitional
coach.
Coach, okay.
And I'm really someone that works with people on their inner skills. So in order to have a different outer effect and outer results in our life, I work with people to have a deeper understanding of their mind and how that's helping them or hurting them, their subconscious mind, how that might be getting in the way of blocks to be able to move forward, and the ability for a person to take control of their state and be able to relax at will. Okay. And so I've been teaching meditation and teaching personal growth. Yes.
Okay. That could help somebody relax and get a hold of themselves.
Yeah, in fact, I work a lot with, besides just transition and goal-oriented and people that are going someplace or change in their life, I work with people also who are experiencing anxiety or depression. In fact, I work with a psychiatrist here in town, Dr. Jagmeet Chan, with patients who are experiencing anxiety, depression, and teaching them meditation. My course that I teach a lot is called Neuro Meditation, and understanding. Did you know you have 60 to 70,000 thoughts per day, Mike?
I did not know.
You
that.
do, and
I have that many at one time sometimes.
Yeah, they go and go. Right.
I'm one of those that can think of a whole bunch at once.
Right. But the problem is, have you ever noticed that they say about 90% of those thoughts that people have are repetitive? Same thoughts they had the day before. In fact, when we understand how the brain works and understand how programming works and all of that, people are living their lives over and over and over, day in, day out, having the same thoughts and being basically conditioned about how they're going to live. So especially with anxiety, depression, that mind never stops. And for most people, everybody's the same. The mind goes and goes and goes. And, you know, the big question is, if you wanted to quiet your mind, could you? It will.
Well, I can't. I cannot. So mine goes all night long.
That's right.
Now, I've met so many people over the last 3 to 5 years that I'm probably one who didn't really believe that depression existed as a real thing, or anxiety existed as a real thing. We all get anxious about stuff, but it's a real issue for a lot of people.
That's right.
And I don't know if there's more people with anxiety and depression, or if I'm just coming to light to me that it really exists.
Well, the world that we live in is so stressful and so many demands and so much activity, so that absolutely weighs into it. And I work with people to learn skills that can help them. So there's also a very proven thing that's happening within the brain, and that is that our conditioned patterns are going over and over and over again. And then the hormones that are produced repetitively, the person gets an addiction to these hormones, so all this happens. Now the question is can we change what's happening up here? And so we can't until we become conscious that this thing's happening all the time, and be able to see that, and then be able to develop skills to not be driven by it.
And as I've just recently learned that depression really exists and anxiety really exists, I've just, in the last few years, learned meditation's a really big deal.
Right.
And it's not just so many people sit and have I forget what you call it, and go home or whatever.
Right.
It's a real thing that you could really control your mind and shape your mind and shape your thinking.
That's right. And I think it's great when we see Super Bowl teams or basketball teams or sports people having much greater success in their field, because they learn how to meditate. And we know that our ability to concentrate, our ability to direct attention, our ability to do that weighs completely into our success and what it is we're going to have an experience in our life. So I love that meditation has become mainstream. I was doing it 20 years ago when it was not mainstream.
You were a kook then.
I was a kook then, and I'm thrilled to see so many businesses and teams and personal and people just in their life realizing how meditation is changing them in amazing ways.
And you said you hit some points for me. You know, I'm so directed. I decide what I want, what I need, and then for me everything falls into place. Well, that's where I need to be, and everything just shapes and draws me. There were a lot of people can't do that.
Right.
But what I can't do, and I didn't realize it until just now, is I can't turn it off. And,
Right.
And maybe if I could learn to meditate and shut it off, then I could more control.
So what you already said is really a powerful truth. You're able to focus and see what it is you want to go. You've accomplished a lot, and that's a big deal, to be able to have a focus and see where you're going. And turning it off is, it's not that you ever turn off the brain, but when you realize that the brain is doing all of this and the thoughts are going like this, through a skilled practice, we can quiet that down, and then we can actually step back from it, and it can happen, but yet it doesn't have to drive us and be emotionally involved. We still can focus above it. So, I mean, I could teach someone to meditate in 5 minutes, but they won't do it. I mean, it's really true. It takes, a repetitive practice. It really takes a teaching and a teacher, and it takes a commitment to begin to see results, and then the results can be completely life-changing.
Now, would you be teaching people to meditate one-on-one, or do you do it in classes? Or
Both.
Okay.
Well, as far as Fresno is concerned, I do have a class coming up in June on a Thursday evening, and it's called Neural Meditation, and I laid down for 4 weeks not only meditation, but an understanding of how the system works and how consciousness works, and so we can access it a little more skillfully. I do work one-on-one and work with people not only in a meditation practice, but helping them to push through the unconscious blocks that are creating a ceiling. Unconsciously, we create a ceiling. We only go where we've been programmed to go until we can expand that program.
I know all about that. I mean, I learned an accidental incident in my life taught me that there is no ceiling.
Yeah,
and I just know so many people that they're stuck there.
That's
but
right.
what I don't understand is how would somebody get to you? I mean, first you have to decide that you need that,
right?
Or you have to decide. I mean, if you're conditioned that this is your condition, something has to trigger it and say, wait, how do I get more, or something like that.
Right. Well, usually people have either a problem that they want to overcome, or they have a goal that they want to reach, and they can definitely go to my website. I work one-on-one. I have a center in Orange County, and I work here as well. And most of my coaching is done on the telephone, or classes are done in person, or there will be more online. I have a book called Why Did This Happen to Me Again? Why did this happen to me again? And it really, we start to realize that we are just running the same, it's like Groundhog Day over and over and over until we change that, and we can change that.
I have people in my life, so many people, that every day they have the same outcome, but every day they explain to me why it's an anomaly. Oh no, this happened this time.
Right.
Or, I got struck by a train, or a bird flew in the house. Every day, the outcome's the same, but it's a different cause, and it's never them.
That's right. And what is it that Einstein says? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again and expecting a different result.
Different result. So if somebody's interested, I mean, just these few minutes, she's like my therapist. She's already flushed all this stuff out in just 5 minutes.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah, it was. How would somebody reach you, or where do they start if they say, "Wow, I need to make some changes"? And there is a way.
The best thing is to find me. The easiest is JanetteFreeman.com, and of course, contact information is on there: email address, Facebook, Twitter, blah blah, all of the social media.
JanetteFreeman.com, or Google Janette Freeman transitional guide.
Yeah,
What did you call coach? Transitional coach.
Yes, I'm spiritual teacher. You could do Janette Freeman, and I come up everywhere.
Everywhere. Or if you really can't find her, contact me, and I'll put you in touch with Janette Freeman. I know how to reach her.
That's great.
Anything else you want to share now? Are psychologists refer people to you sometimes?
Yes. I've had a lot of people refer to me from all fields of life. What I would like to say is that we all have more abilities than we even imagine that we do. And it's time to delve not so much into, doing more outside, because we can only do so much. We come to a point where let's explore the inner world. Let's explore our inner world. Let's find our own center of peace. And what we know is that when people are able to come into a deeper sense of peace, what they really are accessing is their higher mind, a higher intelligence, their genius side, a connection to something bigger than themselves. And when they can connect to that, then it becomes possible for a new result.
And it could be a result on getting a better job, or sleeping better, or getting your homework done, or doing better at work, or just finding peace, I guess. So,
That's right.
Is it so? Janette Freeman, and you're in Orange County. We have viewers in Orange County,
Oh, good.
and we have viewers here in the Valley.
I'm in Fresno as well. I am here a few days a week because of my granddaughter.
Oh.
I wanted to be closer to her,
Perfect.
so I got a house here, and I'm down there as well. And I'm back and forth, and I'm only able to teach in Fresno probably one day a week, or I do Saturday workshops. But I also have a meetup group called Personal and Spiritual Growth in Fresno, and so I've got that meetup group. I inform people when I'm having a new event here in town or on the website.
Yeah, well, I'm inspired and fascinated
Thank you.
too. So anytime you have something coming, we'll plug it right here on Central Valley Business.
And the other thing is, for your listeners, I'm a public speaker, and I love to give talks to groups here in Fresno and be able to share this knowledge and be able to help people. So I'm open for any speaking or associations that need a speaker.
Janette Freeman, transitional counselor, or do we say counselor, the right word? Transitional coach.
Coach.
Transitional coach. We're going to call her coach. If you have any trouble reaching Janette Freeman, call me right here at Central Valley Talk, and I'll put you right in touch with her. We'll be back with more Central Valley Business right after this.